Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in Spakovo, Poland. It's a beautiful, very cold December morning. Hi Charlie. You seem to be doing fine. Okay, let's give you some food. And then I'm gonna leave you to it. In the meantime, I have been checking and... Wow, look at this beautiful day. This is not what I was checking. I was checking for the wine process, if it's actually done processing the grapes. And it is. So I did think of maybe selling the grape juice, the wine, but technically it's not the best price. Let me show you real quick what I mean. So yeah, as you can see, yeah, we are all out of grapes and we have 2,116 liters of wine ready to be sold. But if we go and check the prices, we are currently in a bit of a slump. You can see that the best price is 2,900 and it's rising. So it should go up for at least 300 euros per pallet per 1,000 liters, so I'm definitely gonna wait for that. Thinking of... yeah, I think I'm gonna use the new Zitor today because it's fairly cold outside. It's minus 11 still. And we do have some goats that need to be sold. We gotta bring some water to different pens. So yeah, we're gonna take care of that real quick because our animals need water. After we're done with this, we gotta go and take care of the vineyard. Oops. Actually missed the break. Yeah, I had an accident in exactly this manner quite a few years ago. When I was waiting to go into the road and someone let me in, and I thanked them, you know, I was waving to them and I pressed the gas pedal, the van started moving and there was somebody parked right in front of me who I was in a great belief that they already drove away in the meantime, and I bumped them. And the bumping was mostly because I pressed the... well, I tried to press the brake, but I missed it 2 times. Not one, but twice. Ah, shoot. Well, in the end, it was just a tiny, minor little scratch. So, yeah, nobody was too pissed about it. But it was kind of the same deal, you know, when you try to smash the brake and you just miss it. Yeah, I panicked. I'm not ashamed to admit. Okay, beautiful. So how we're looking feed-wise? Ooh, it seems to be fairly full still. And I do think we still have one piece of a bale. Yeah, still 3,400 liters that we bought from Mr. Pavel many moons ago. Alright, so I think pigs have still plenty of feed. So let's drop the rest in here. Okay, thankfully the cab is getting warmer. Oh, which reminds me, I should go and take a look at our pond. Because the pond is probably frozen over in this very moment. And it's probably looking magical. You know what I should also do? I should also check the prices for our feed or the grains that we have stored in the tanks and make some calculations how much we are gonna need and how much we can actually sell. So I'm kind of thinking of making calculations how much we can fit into the, well, how much of each feed type we need to provide to the pigs so they have enough of everything in ratios, and whatever is left can probably be sold. Okay, it didn't freeze over. Not yet. Maybe it still will. Look at this view. I think next year we're gonna have some fish in there. So we're gonna be able to break out the fishing rod and catch some fish. Okay, let's see how the saplings are doing. This is not a sapling, this is a sapling. Okay. Well, still green. Still good. And there should be another one here. Yes, it is. Okay, still alive. And yeah, I have put these old milk barrels. I don't know exactly what these are called. Milk tanks. But yeah, they are meant for trash disposal. So if anyone is here and eating snacks, they can easily dispose of trash instead of putting rubbish in our pond or on the ground. Sometimes people are just messy like that. Ah, so nice to be in a warm cab. Do 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 do. Para pa para. Alright, let's go fetch the goats. Where are you? Alright. 2 goats loaded. And the trailer is closing up, and I gotta close the pen. Hey, what are you doing outside? Get back in. You're not allowed to be out. What's wrong with you? I did not consent. That's some super sheep. Which reminds me, has anyone of you maybe played Worms Armageddon? Ah, that was a game. And the super sheep, where you flew it around and it exploded like mad. Look at this beautiful morning. I don't think I'll ever get tired of mornings like this. It's really nice with all the mists and the sun shining through, the golden rays. Yeah, amazing. So 566 euros for both goats. Their names were Sparky and Dot. So yeah, they went on to new pastures, and we're about to go back to our pastures. Okay, traffic. Is it clear? It's clear. I haven't shown you on video, but I have actually done the rolling of the field where our alfalfa is planted, and I do believe it has germinated, so I'm thinking of making a small detour just to show you how it looks. Or you know what I'm gonna do? I'm probably gonna put the trailer on this tractor and take wool, sell it at the care home, senior care home, and then we can make a small detour since we're already in the area. That field is very close nearby. And yeah, the next shearing season is gonna be, I think, at the end of the year, next year, which means that we can which means that we can sell the wool that we have at the moment, and it's not gonna go up anymore. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a better option. And I also have to check the prices for grains. But look at this view. I mean, how could you get bored of this? You know, with the seasons changing, the landscape is always changing its look and the feel. I really like the bright green colors of spring that are a huge contrast from winter's brown. Yeah, look at this drive. Okay, expertly reversing the trailer like a boss. Awesome. First try. Once you get the hang of reversing trailers, it's pretty good. Alright, so what I want to do now is I'm gonna have a look at how much grain we have. I'm gonna have a look at the ratios that we gotta put into the pigsty, and then we can see how much we can actually sell out of these and if the prices are right. So give me a few minutes and I'll be right back with information. Alright, so I went down to the pigsty and I checked the amounts that we have and I crunched some numbers. The thing is, we need to provide... Okay, so base food is corn, and this consists 50% of their diet. So if we multiply that by 2, we get the whole consumption. So the whole number of feed provided should be 7,328. That's 3,664 times 2. To get the grain, that's wheat in our case, we gotta divide 7,328 by 4, and we get 1,832 liters. So we gotta provide around 1,000 liters of wheat to be kinda in ratio with the base food. Sunflowers is the protein food in our case, and that's 20% of the diet, which means 7,328 divided by 5, because you can get 5 times 20% in that. And we get 1,466 liters. So we gotta provide around 350 liters. And the potatoes, 5%. In total, we should... So 5%, to get that, we divide 7,328 by 20. And you get 5%. And that's 366 liters. So we have enough root crops. I'm gonna scratch that. Have a notepad here, just for for easy understanding. I gotta write things down, because otherwise, I mess it up. The sunflowers, we gotta provide 350 liters, somewhere around there. Wheat, we gotta provide 1,013 liters, so let's say 1,050. And the corn, we're gonna leave it as is. Now, I do think we actually get information on how much feed they're gonna need for the whole year. I think that's in the different menu. Let's quickly go there. Animals, let's find the pigs. And it says that we have to provide 9,923 liters for the whole year. I guess I should take the 10,000 liters for a base. Well, scratch all the calculations. Okay, if our base mark is 10,000 liters to satisfy the demand, we have to have 5,000 liters of corn. We gotta have 2,500 liters of wheat. We gotta have 2,000 liters of sunflowers. That's really easy math, isn't it? And we gotta have 500 liters of potatoes. Which basically means that we gotta give them about 1,500 liters more of corn. About 1,700 liters of wheat. I hope I have enough. We gotta give them 900 liters of sunflowers, and we are good on potato side. Okay, so yeah, sorry I tortured you through the numbers before, but these are the things we gotta do. And I would really like to do it before the snow comes. So yeah, I think our next vehicle in use is gonna be the good old Massey Ferguson telehandler. And of course I gotta set up the outlet for the grain bins. Like this. Easy peasy and awesome. Okay, so how much do we have? We have 7,000 liters of corn, that's plenty. We have to provide sunflowers 900 liters, so we are still gonna be left with 1,500 around there, and we have 6,000 liters of wheat, which we need to provide 1,700. So we're gonna have all three types of food available for selling, which brings me much joy. Yeah, I'm really easy to please. It's not hard to make me happy. Alright, so why don't I start with the corn? Alrighty, corn, we said 1,500 liters of corn. Let's see how close we can get. Oh, It's a 1,000-liter bucket. Alright, that's gonna take 2 loads. Man, it is chilly in this open cab. I'm not gonna show you all the dumpings or the traveling. I'm gonna show you the filling. Beautiful. And I'm gonna show you the end result. Alright, 500 liters of this. And stop. Yay! Alrighty, next on the table is wheat, 1,700, so it's gonna take this bucket and 700 liters more. Alrighty, 700 liters more of wheat. Yeah, a bit over, but I don't think the pigs are gonna complain. Alright, and last I gotta provide 900 liters of sunflowers. So let's select them and go. Yeah, bit over again. But it's fine. Oh, look at these beautiful sunflowers. I want to roast some and eat them while I watch some Netflix, I think. Yeah, it's still a misty day, even though we're almost 11 AM. Alright, and this should be us done with sorting out the pig feed for the rest of the year. At least I think. So let's check again. So if our base is 10,000, we need at least 5,000 of base food. Check. 2,500 of grain. Check. 2,000 of protein. Good check. And 500 of root crops. Again, check. So we are all good to go and set for the rest of the year. Alright, now next on the agenda is I gotta check the prices for corn, sunflower and wheat. It might be an idea to actually change some wheat into flour, to buy a flour mill. But I don't know if I want to invest in that. It would put the price of raw wheat up quite a bit, I think. On the other hand, we have quite good income, so I don't think I need to bother with that. Alright, let's see the prices. And let's go online and to the top. So we have corn. Best price is in June. Alright, so I did not expect it. Usually the best price is in the middle of winter. I gotta remember that. Next on the agenda is sunflowers. February, okay. Again, I expected it was gonna be in the middle of winter. And wheat, haha, look at that. Wheat actually has a very good price, so what I'm gonna do now is check where is the highest price. Hendrix, Fitplan and Grain Mill. So Fitplan, okay, this is the place that I went and sold the last time to. Oh, I thought it was raining already. I mean snowing. But it's only just wind going through trees. Alright, so wheat has the best price in December. Good to know. Good thing I remembered. Let's not break the mirrors off. Right, so we said wheat. It's gonna be a pretty decent sale, I think. Right, let's take this away so it doesn't get wet if it starts snowing before I return. And away we go. Yeah, I think we're gonna get a bit of a price reduction, because I think the moisture wasn't the best when we harvested, but we had to, otherwise it would all go to waste. So yeah, judging by the fact that, you know, we use it as feed, it's not as important, the quality of grain, but for selling it on, it is quite important. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see how this all plays out. So when we go in, they're gonna weigh us, and when we go out, they're gonna weigh us again. Okay, let's wait. Okay, we're good to proceed, and I think Fit Lawn is that cell point over there. We're gonna have to do the side tip. Alright, now before we do that, we're probably gonna have to check the moisture. Hello. Alright, so the moisture of our grain is 7%, which by the table gives us wheat 7% is C grade. We get 25% in price reduction. Ooh, that's gonna sting. That's a quarter of a price down. Well, there's nothing we can do about it now. Let's just dump it, get paid, and be done with it. Yeah. All right. 2,411. So we could get a quarter more, which means that 24 divided by 3, I guess. That's 8. We could get 3,200. Wow, that's a big difference. 800 euro difference in price. Oh, that stings. In any way, we gotta get weighed again. We're gonna write it up to our license plate. I have the vehicle recorded in their system. Alright, thank you, sir. Yeah, I still had to go get the receipt. Forgot about that. Always take the receipt, because you never know when there might be a conflict. Well, on the other hand, we are 2,400 euros richer now, which doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt at all. And I was thinking of actually investing some money into a courtyard in front of the house to put some more of those concrete blocks, the small ones, put together. On the other hand, I am driving over that with the tractor, so it might be better to actually put some gravel on, because concrete tends to crack under a lot of pressure if it's not done correctly. And of course, the moisture and heat and cold and the temperature difference and whatnot, that all affects it. I don't know. I might just leave it as is. I think it kind of works. It's a rustic farm, and it's meant to be rustic. It's not meant to be modern in any case. More of a, you know, countryside retreat. Look at that. 42 kilometers an hour. We have 42.4 hours on the clock, and our top speed is 42. What's the meaning of universe? What's the meaning of all? What's the meaning of life? It's 42. Everybody knows that. Right, so I gotta remember February for the sunflowers and June for corn. I'm probably not gonna remember those dates very well. Okay, when we're talking about selling, what about grape juice? Best price is January. Okay, so next month. Next month it is. Okay, am I forgetting something, or is everything going according to plan? I actually don't know. Alright, so I've taken the time to take all the wine out of the grape press. And we have 2 full pallets and 116 liters left over on the third pallet. So I think the vehicle to do the selling is gonna be the Renault, because that's gonna allow us to put 1 pallet in the trunk and 3 more pallets into... I mean 2 more pallets onto the trailer. I don't believe we can actually sell... I forgot about the wool. Alright, well, we're gonna take care of that next time, I think. In any case, yeah, I don't think we can actually put 3 pallets onto a trailer. If I'm mistaken, well, good for us. I might try to load the wool and both, well, all 3 of those wine pallets. Okay, so everything's already set up. I've been good to myself for once. Alrighty. Oh well, it's so cold in here. I was really enjoying that warm Zetor. Alright. Come on. Oh. Is the battery dead? Okay, fingers crossed. I'm gonna try for some more. Whew, it started. Okay, well, that didn't give me too much hope. Granted, the tractor was stationary for well, quite a while, actually. Okay, I'm gonna run it for a few hours today, which I think is gonna refill the battery. Okay. Yeah, that would be a shame if it wouldn't start. And I'd have to put it on a different tractor. I would probably opt out for the Zetor. It should fit in between the rows. But still, you know. Okay, so what's the correct... This seems to be the correct gear. And let's start with the pruning. Yeah, this is so much easier than having the pruner on the rear. I don't know what I was thinking. Not much. Well, I didn't know, so that's my excuse. What's yours? Oh, shoot. Well, see you when I'm done. Alrighty, this really didn't take long once I figured out how to turn around so I don't have to adjust my approach. But yeah, this is good. So January, we're probably gonna skip the last half of December. We're simply gonna do some partying here and have some fun with the guests. And in the beginning of January, I'll probably go and sell those grapes, the wine I mean, and also take the wool to sell point. Otherwise, I don't think we're gonna have any other things to do, but I really want to show you that. And if that doesn't take too long, we might just extend into February or maybe even March, where we'll be doing some field prep for sowing. Alrighty, neatly folded up. Now I do think that I figured out the climate controls, because it was fairly cold for a long time and I was just pressing the middle button or cranking it up, and that's the air conditioning. So yeah, I kinda bit myself in the foot. Or what's the correct expression? Probably not that. Okay, please don't die on me like that anymore. Otherwise I'll have to take you out and put you on a charger. So, yeah, this will be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. I really hope you had fun. And join us next time, where we continue with some wine selling. Look at those piglets walk. So cute. And yeah, appreciate you all, and goodbye.